Hi there, this is John Barbour, and happy Valentine's Day. I am not sending a Valentine's Day card to the United States. I'm sending a get well card because it is by far the sickest, most degenerate, corrupt, hypocritical country in the whole fucking world. Now, pardon me for that profanity. For the years that I was a successful comic, I never once swore on stage. I just am uncomfortable with profanity, even though Lenny Bruce, my best friend, used it all a lot. I loved George Carlin. Of course, Bill Hicks is my favorite comic of all time. I love them all. Robin Williams. I don't like to use that kind of language. The only time I think profanity is useful and required and necessary and improves something is during golf and sex. But I must tell you, I have lost all absolute hope for this country ever improving in any single way. I no longer hear people talking about, wow, what a great movie, what a great book, what a great work of art, what a great poem. All I hear about is, my God, what great wealth. That's all we talk about is money. It's sick. It is absolutely, totally sick. I have lost hope because this country has lost its way, its purpose, its Constitution, and even its Bill of Rights. And you know what? Who cares if the Soviet Union wants the Ukraine? Who are we to talk? It's their next door neighbor. It could be theirs. Listen, we murdered 12 million Indians to take over this country. Then we imported 1 million slaves to help build it, and a lot of their descendants aren't free today. We traveled halfway around the world a number of years ago illegally to destroy Vietnam, which was recovering wonderfully without us. And then we also destroyed Iraq, which will never recover because we're still there. It is a sad, sad, pathetic history that goes back a long, long time, as Mark Twain can attest to. Over 100 years ago, 1898, we created the fake Spanish-American War so we could go 15,000 miles to steal the Philippines. And then in the 50s, we destroyed a 5,000-year-old Polynesian culture by making Hawaii a state. And then in 1898, we couldn't invade Russia. We couldn't beat them. So we were forced to buy Alaska for $7.2 million from them and hated them ever since. We bought Alaska so a lot of companies and individuals could go up there and freeze their balls off looking for gold. The only thing that America was ever absolutely, totally interested in. What America has to do is forget about the rest of the world and just concentrate on healing itself. Remember, the Bible said, heal thyself, physician. We have incredible sicknesses and corruption in this country that we need to heal. We need to educate freely our children. We need to create a health program that is more than just for profit to help heal ourselves. We must develop a system of government that prevents corruption, that prevents senators and congresspeople to vote on bills for companies that later become board of members of on their board of directors. Our country and our government is so corrupt it would have to improve just to be a piece of shit. And to say that this country is the most democratic country in the world and that we are a nation of laws is the absolute biggest crock of shit that the world has ever heard. A nation of laws? My ass. Look at LBJ lied us into Vietnam. He is a war criminal. Both Bushes are war criminals. George Jr. absolutely destroyed Iraq, an ancient culture. And where are they? Still running around in this country, respected. A nation of laws? My ass. Look it. There are witnesses to Donald Trump flushing documents down the drain. Our government. Documents that we paid for, which is a crime for which he could be arrested. He is on camera urging his followers to go to the Senate and try to reverse a legal vote. An obvious crime. Why isn't the son of a bitch arrested like all of the rest of them? They get away with murder. You know what this country really needs? It needs some president, some leader with the balls to reverse Bill Clinton's horrendous Communications Act. We need free speech in this country more than we need any goddamn president. We don't need Biden. We don't need Bush. We needed a John Kennedy, and they murdered him. We need a free press, which both Kennedy and Jefferson said is a whole lot more important than any president. And Joe Biden and Donald Trump had the opportunity with a pen in their hands to reverse the Communications Act and put the press back into the hands of the public, where it was before they killed John Kennedy. Before they killed John Kennedy, there were 5,000 owners of media in this country. Now there are only 6 in the hands of corporations, which are monopolies. We desperately, desperately need that free press. And we just need the talking mouthpiece, the hirelings, the Project Mockingbird hirelings of this corrupt government to shut up about the Ukraine. So, when it comes to the Ukraine, we have been trying to destroy the Soviet Union since 1917, when they tried to start a socialist revolution, which of course would harm corrupt capitalism a lot. Capitalism is wonderful when it's regulated, but when it is unchecked, it becomes onerous and murderous, and we are murderers. We need to get rid of 90% of the military-industrial complex. Do you know that the United States military is the largest, most socialist, cradle-to-grave, non-free speech socialist organization in the United States? You do not need an army when you have drones and you have missiles. You only have an army when you want to invade someone else. That we need to get rid of. We have to put that money to much, much better use. And you know what we should also do? To each and every one of the 50 states in this country, beginning with the poorest, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Every single month, this government should give each state $30 million. Exactly what we give every month to Israel. So it is time for Joe Biden and the powers that be and the military to shut the fuck up about the Ukraine. Oops. Sorry about that.